And if he is doing what I think he might be doing in Europe, to guarantee that he's able to go play 65 games this year
and possibly make a playoff run,
and maybe make the playoffs and make a run with Luka and whatnot. As a fan, if I were a Laker fan, I support it. I support it 100%. I just would rather not be lied to. It just seems very weird to me that he all of a sudden has sciatica out of the blue that we've never heard of before, and we know everything about him because he's a public figure for so long. And then all of a sudden, 3 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now, he's going to show up and play 40 minutes a game and look like he's 25 years old again.
Craig Carton didn't hold back when he started talking about LeBron James. He wasn't careful. He wasn't gentle. He went straight at the injury, the timing, and the whole situation like he had something to get off his chest. He didn't accuse LeBron of breaking rules or doing anything illegal, but he said what a lot of big voices in sports media usually avoid saying out loud. Something about this just doesn't feel right. And when the name LeBron James gets mixed with even a small question mark, it turns into chaos fast. Now let's be real. When it comes to LeBron, even the slightest doubt becomes headline news. One raised eyebrow turns into a full storm.
There's a reason cats go to Europe when they need some help physically and medically to be able to play the level they want to play at. Like I've said in baseball, you know, I encourage my favorite baseball players to do as many steroids as possible.
Well,
I do.
So the big question is simple. Do you believe the injury is completely legit? Or do you think there's more going on behind closed doors? Drop your take in the comments right now. No filters, no safe answers. This could be one of the most talked about LeBron moments we've seen in years, and people are choosing sides quick.
Pretty good, looked pretty healthy to me right there.
He did.
Yeah, right. Remember when he put out his own video of him working out with like 125 pounds on the barbell, doing squats and whatnot? I mean, good. He's in great shape, obviously, right? Yeah. And then, of course, he did the big Hennessy reveal. Looked great, walking to the chair, drinking some Hennessy.
That had been recorded.
Well, it looked fantastic. Yeah. So it comes out yesterday that LeBron James is out for 3 or 4 weeks minimum.
Yeah.
Will miss the start of this NBA season because he has sciatica. Sciatica is an old person's disease, which it's like pain that radiates from your lower back, usually down one of your legs. That's the stereotypical sciatica.
The second Carton started breaking it down, the vibe changed. This wasn't some basic injury update. This felt like a challenge to the entire narrative around the NBA's most protected superstar. A sudden sciatica diagnosis, weeks off, the chance he steps away and then comes back looking fresh and fully charged. Carton didn't say he had proof of anything shady. He kept it smart. He talked about patterns, and when LeBron's name is attached, patterns are enough to get the internet buzzing.
Back pain, oh my God. And it goes down the leg, and it's not fun, right? It's very rare for a well-conditioned athlete in his prime, or even just past his prime, to have sciatica. Unless you're like, I suppose, like one of these guys that's like a heavy weightlifter, and you're using your lower back muscles a lot, that kind of thing. And I'm calling BS on it.
Well, why?
Because I just saw him dancing last week, and that's not to do with sciatica, right? I hate to be that guy, but this seems to be the current norm for LeBron, where he's not ready to, either going into like an all-star break or to start a season or doing a quote-unquote meaningless part of the season and disappears.
Let's be honest here. LeBron has never been treated like a regular athlete. Every move he makes gets zoomed in on. Every game he misses gets analyzed. Every comeback becomes a documentary moment. So when news drops that he's sidelined with a nerve issue right before the season, fans didn't just ask how bad it was. They asked why now? Why after months of looking strong and explosive? Why after workouts, brand appearances, and public runs where he showed zero signs of slowing down? That timing raised eyebrows. And Carton leaned right into that tension.
That perhaps it's not sciatica, and he has lied about injuries before. Remember when he claimed that he wouldn't have been able to play in Game 6 last year in the playoffs had they not been eliminated because all of a sudden he had some type of MCL sprain? Yeah. And literally the next day he was dancing, right? Yeah. And doing like the move with your knees where you can't do that if you got sprained MCL.
Yeah, like a version of the butterfly felt like,
So, I get it. And if he is doing what I think he might be doing in Europe, to guarantee that he's able to go play 65 games this year
and possibly make a playoff run,
and maybe make the playoffs and make a run with Luka and whatnot. As a fan, if I were a Laker fan, I support it. I support it 100%. I just would rather not be lied to.
He didn't yell wild accusations. He didn't claim secret sources. But he pushed the idea that fans aren't clueless. People watch closely. They see a player dominate all summer, moving fast, jumping high, looking locked in. Then suddenly, there's a condition serious enough to miss time. For a superstar known for durability, for playing through pain, for rarely sitting out, that switch-up feels dramatic. In a normal situation, it's just an injury. Athletes get hurt all the time. But in what many call the LeBron universe, nothing is ever simple. Every decision comes with layers. Every absence carries history. Every return builds a bigger legacy.
And I want to be clear. I'm not accusing him of doing it. I'm not saying he is doing it. I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if that's what this ruse is all about. It just seems very weird to me that he all of a sudden has sciatica out of the blue that we've never heard of before, and we know everything about him because he's a public figure for so long. And then all of a sudden, 3 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now, he's going to show up and play 40 minutes a game and look like he's 25 years old again. There's a reason cats go to Europe when they need some help physically and medically to be able to play the level they want to play at.
That's why Carton's comments hit so hard. They tapped into something that's followed LeBron for years, his unreal longevity, the way he's still putting up numbers at an age when most legends start fading, the way he moves like someone nearly a decade younger. It's impressive, no doubt, but it also leaves some fans scratching their heads. To be clear, sciatica is a real condition. It can be painful, it can slow anyone down, it can even wreck a season if it lingers. No one serious is saying injuries aren't real, but public opinion doesn't run on medical reports. It runs on what people see with their own eyes. And visually, LeBron looked powerful, focused, and locked in not long ago. That contrast, strong 1 minute, sidelined the next, is what sparked the backlash. That gap between appearance and announcement gave Carton enough room to question the story without crossing a line. He basically put it out there that fans are connecting dots on their own. And once that door is open, the debate only gets louder. This doesn't feel right. Once that idea hit the air, the whole conversation took off fast. It stopped being just about an injury and turned into something way bigger. Legacy. Because LeBron James doesn't just play basketball. His entire career lives under a spotlight brighter than anyone else's. Every choice, every stat line, every setback feeds straight into the GOAT debate. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Steph Curry. Those names are the measuring stick. So when LeBron's timeline includes sudden absences or perfectly timed returns, critics see a chance to question the whole picture. Let's be clear about one thing. There has never been any proven case linking LeBron James to performance-enhancing drugs. No suspensions, no failed tests, no confirmed violations. That's a fact. But sports history has trained fans to side-eye greatness that looks untouched by time. We've seen dominant eras in other sports collapse under scrutiny before. So when a 40-year-old NBA superstar still looks physically elite, some people start connecting dots, even when there's no line connecting them. Carton also brushed up against another sensitive topic: athletes going overseas for treatment. That's not some secret move. Kobe Bryant did it. Plenty of pros have done it. Advanced therapies, alternative recovery programs, procedures that aren't widely available in the United States. It happens all the time. But when the story is already wrapped in suspicion, even normal medical decisions can get twisted into something dramatic. That's when speculation starts running faster than the facts. Then there's LeBron's reputation for controlling his narrative. From the decision, to business launches, to perfectly timed interviews, he's always moved with strategy. That's not shade, that's branding. It's smart. But when an injury announcement drops right after a big public moment, critics don't see coincidence. They see planning, they see image control, and they start questioning what's organic and what's calculated. There's also a cultural angle that can't be ignored. LeBron has been the face of basketball for more than 20 years. That kind of spotlight creates fatigue. Not pure hate, just fatigue. People expect decline. They expect the fall to happen already. And when it doesn't come on schedule, they start looking for reasons. They want the story to follow the same arc every aging superstar follows. Rise, peak, fall. That clean storyline feels comfortable. But LeBron hasn't followed that script. Instead, he's adjusted, he's evolved, he's changed his game, invested millions into recovery, and kept producing at a level that clashes with history. For some fans, that's legendary discipline. For others, it feels unnatural. And that tension is the center of this whole debate. Is this just evolution in sports science and preparation, or is there something people aren't seeing? Most lean toward respect, some lean toward doubt, and voices like Craig Carton stay in that gray area, asking sharp questions without making direct accusations. Another piece that keeps this fire burning is LeBron's durability. For most of his career, he's been close to indestructible, rarely missing long stretches, playing through bumps and bruises, logging heavy playoff minutes year after year. That built an expectation that he would always show up. So when he steps away now, the silence feels louder, the absence feels heavier. It hits different compared to any other player. Carton's angle was simple but bold. If LeBron sits for a few weeks and then comes back looking fresh, explosive, and dominant, will anyone really be shocked? Not because anyone proved wrongdoing, not because of evidence, but because that's been the pattern. Doubt shows up. LeBron responds with numbers. Critics predict decline. He drops 30. That cycle keeps spinning, and the debate never dies. And let's not ignore the human side here. Sciatica is serious. It's nerve pain that can mess with movement, balance, and stamina. Recovery isn't a straight line. One day you feel solid, the next day you can barely move. For a 40-year-old chasing championships, that kind of uncertainty is real pressure. Sitting out isn't always about rest. Sometimes it's about protecting what's left after 2 decades of wear and tear. Still, public opinion doesn't love gray areas. People want firm answers. They want certainty. They don't want long medical explanations. And when they don't get simple answers, speculation rushes in to fill that space. Carton didn't create this energy out of nowhere. He stepped into it and turned the volume up. The skepticism was already floating around. Fans were already whispering. He just said it louder. And all of it ties back to one thing: legacy. LeBron isn't just playing games at this stage. He's guarding a career that will be debated for decades. Every season adds weight to his GOAT case. Every missed stretch opens the door for critics. Every comeback feels like a statement. Let's keep it straight. There is no proof of wrongdoing, no confirmed manipulation, no official violations, just an injury, a timeline, and a superstar who has lived his whole career under extreme pressure and non-stop scrutiny. That's the reality. But in sports, perception can hit harder than facts. What people believe can shape the story just as much as what's documented. What happens next decides how this chapter gets remembered. If LeBron comes back slowly, easing into games, showing normal wear and tear, the noise fades. It turns into a simple story. A veteran managing his body near the end of a legendary run. Calm, predictable, nothing dramatic. But if he returns explosive, if he's flying down the court, logging heavy minutes, putting up big numbers, moving like he shaved years off his age, the speculation will light up again instantly. That's the price of greatness. The better you perform, the harder people search for hidden reasons. The longer you dominate, the louder the doubts get. LeBron has been living in that space for years, admired and questioned at the same time. Carton's comments were bold, sure, but they reflect the modern sports world. Fans today don't just watch highlights. They break down narratives. They question timing. They challenge official explanations. And when the biggest name in basketball is involved, everything gets magnified. At the center of all this, LeBron is still doing what he's always done: chasing championships, owning headlines, and driving conversations no one else can spark. Whether the injury is routine, mistimed, misunderstood, or just unfortunate, one thing is clear: the spotlight hasn't moved at all. When he steps back on that court, the noise will be wild. Supporters ready to cheer, critics ready to analyze every move, commentators ready to compare him to every legend before him. Every possession will feel like evidence. Every stat line will feel like a message, not just about this season, but about everything that was said while he was away. Because at the core, this isn't only about sciatica. It's about belief. Belief in greatness, belief in preparation, belief in how far the human body can really go. For over 2 decades, LeBron has pushed those limits in public view. Now even his time off becomes part of the myth, part of the debate, part of the legacy. So it all comes down to what we see next. If he comes back dominant, this conversation is only getting louder. If he looks human, the tone shifts. Either way, all eyes are locked in. Now I want to hear from you. Is this just a smart veteran managing his body, or do you think something bigger is happening behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. If you rock with these real NBA breakdowns, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who's deep in the GOAT debate. Stay tapped in, because when LeBron returns, we're breaking it all down. See you on the next one.